Hi, this is Vanessa with Designs by Vanessa. Today's video is on the magic ring method. So here I have my first round of double crochets. I started with the magic ring, and quickly I wanted to show you, let me slip stitch my round to join. So when you're working the magic ring method, you can tighten it a lot better than if you were to just work your ring starting with a chain 4 and then doing your slip stitch. So let me show you. So when I first learned how to crochet, a lot of patterns would tell you to chain 4. So let me show you quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you slip stitch to the first chain stitch to join and create your ring. So this creates your ring, your circle, and then from here you start your first round. And so this method is okay, but when I was working a lot of top-down beanies and hats, it just wouldn't close up very tightly, and I just didn't like the way it looked. So I don't like that gap that it creates when you work it this way. And with the magic ring or magic circle, it's much neater. Okay, so let me unravel this and we'll get started with the tutorial. Okay, so hold your tail end, and I think this is the most tricky part. You wrap your yarn around as if you're doing a slip knot. So now you want to insert your hook into that loop and grab your working yarn. And what you want to do is start from here. So I'm going to chain 2, and then you'll start working your stitches around the ring. So around the ring. And my chain 2, for me, it does not count as a stitch. If you're counting as a stitch, you'll chain 3. The size of your ring will depend on how comfortable you are working with it. If you need to tighten it, just pull on the tail end. But I like to work with about this size. I work usually 12 double crochet stitches around. Okay, and you'll work right over your tail. So let's work the first double crochet stitch right into the ring. You're going to work right over the tail, and I like to keep my finger and thumb, my fingers right at the base of my stitch. It sort of helps me control it a little bit better, so it's not flopping around like this. And you know, I would chase my yarn when I was first learning how to crochet. So keep your fingers at the base. So now I'll move my finger just to make room for the hook to get in there and work another stitch. And then once I get the yarn up, I grab the base of it again, this is how I control my working piece and my stitches when I'm crocheting. So just sharing with you my experiences. Of course, you'll find your own way and what's comfortable for you. Okay, so I'm going to continue to work another double crochet stitch, and I'm just working right over the tail right here. So you're working over both of these strands. Okay, so I'll work one more double crochet and I'll tighten the ring to show you what it looks like. Okay, so here's another double crochet stitch. Now I'll grab the tail and gently just tug at it to tighten my ring. Okay, and then you can slide your stitches to the right as you're working them, just so it gets a little bit easier to handle. At least for me, it's easier. All right, just work your double crochet stitches around, and then we'll join with a slip stitch. Okay, so here's my tail. So you want to tug and pull on this to tighten, cinch up your circle. So look how nice and neat that is. So this was my chain 2, and I'm not counting that as a stitch, so I'm going to slip stitch to this first double crochet stitch. Okay, so that's it. That's how you work your first round with the magic ring method. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video.